What is up, guys? It's Brandon, the Crypto Canadian. In today's video, I'm going to do things a little bit differently. I'm going to give you guys a bit of an overview and update as to what is happening in the markets right now. I know things have been a little shaky recently, so I want to give you guys a little bit of heads up, a little bit of update into what's happening in the crypto world today. Let's get in. All right, guys, so I'm going to jump right into it. I got Bitcoin on the one-day chart here. It is sitting at currently 33,400 Bitcoin, and we can see it's been going neutral. So we had a big dump here, and we're kind of in this neutral zone going sideways, testing our support and resistance line. So currently our support line is around 30,000 Bitcoin, and resistance is around 42,000. So after that big dip, we're kind of stuck in this neutral zone, which I don't think is a bad thing, but a lot of people are skeptical and don't know what to think at this point. A lot of people are screaming it is a bear market. I personally, this is not financial advice, believe that we are in the bear market yet. I think this was a bit of a fake out due to manipulation and a bit of the China crackdown that's happening right now. I will get into all that a little bit later, but I am hoping that by the end of July, beginning of August, we do see a bounce back. I think we are going to maybe break that 42,000. If not, we may break the 30,000 support line and we might test around 25,000 Bitcoin. So this will be a good time to accumulate. I am currently dollar cost averaging at these dips that we've been having, and I will continue to do so as the days go on. So if you are new to the crypto space, a lot of people probably question and wonder, why does Bitcoin have such a great hold and why does everyone watch Bitcoin? It is a market leader. Not only do people follow it and concentrate their trades on the movement of Bitcoin, as Bitcoin was created and started, you could only buy Bitcoin and then trade that for other cryptocurrencies. So as the market has developed over time, it has gained a hold on other currencies and it controls the market as a whole. So that is definitely why people like to watch Bitcoin, and its price action is probably the most important out of all the currencies, and other currencies you invest in will follow that. So some of you guys might have already heard of the Wyckoff accumulation. So some people are saying that Bitcoin is closely following the Wyckoff accumulation, and I believe they are as well. So I could show you this on a chart here shortly, but basically what it is a way for investors to somewhat manipulate the market to gain access at lower prices. So I believe that's what's happening right now. So here we have an example of the Wyckoff accumulation and how it is pictured. So basically it is a accumulation phase that starts up. So this would be like before the bull run, and then there's a markup and huge run up and accumulation during the run up. And then as the distribution happens, there's a mark down. And right now people are saying we are in the accumulation phase. There is a possibility that we do test 25,000 and have one more dip before the spring up. But this is kind of what people are looking at, and I believe this is what Bitcoin is following pretty closely. Richard Wyckoff was a student and a pioneer in the markets in the early 20th century, and he kind of developed this system which is known as the Wyckoff accumulation system, and it was also called the composite man, he'd call it. And basically what this is a chart, as you can see here, that he broke down into an accumulation and a distribution phase. So he said a lot of people would buy at these low accumulation phases and sell at distribution, which would cause this kind of market, which I do believe Bitcoin is following very closely. If you kind of look at this chart here and compare it to the one-day chart, right now we're currently in the accumulation phase and we should see a spring up. So I do see this accumulation phase going on a little bit longer, maybe to the end of July, early August. And as long as we don't break our support line of 30,000 Bitcoin, we should see higher highs afterwards. So we could see something similar to this and hopefully a spring up afterwards. And I think we will reach new all-time highs sometime soon after summer here. So I think it's going to end a little bit differently than other cycles did, which it already has proven to be that way. So I am very hopeful that we will continue the bull run, and this could be a super cycle that just continues over a longer period of time, which a lot of people did not expect. So this accumulation period, I think, has given a lot of opportunity for people who thought they missed out on this cycle to get in and experience the bull run for a longer period of time. I think this retrace was a very healthy thing for the markets. So I think it can continue for a longer period of time. So I'm going to show you guys this chart. This is psychology of Bitcoin cycle. And a lot of experts that I've been listening to and following believe that we are in the disbelief era of this bull run. And we are in this fake out area right now. So between this and the Wyckoff accumulation, we think this is just a retrace before we continue on this cycle. I believe we have a long way to go in this cycle. Personally, I think we will see at least $100,000 plus Bitcoin in the future here. Could be before the new year, which would be awesome. So I think a lot of people are kind of losing their touch with the crypto space and really did give into this fake out if this is where we are in this cycle. And a lot of the retail investors who just got in kind of sold at a loss, which gives opportunity for big investors and stuff like that to get in and buy low before they continue the cycle and big things happen. As better news keeps happening, like El Salvador adopting legal tender of Bitcoin, things like that can really push the space to all-time highs, especially if other countries continue to do that and follow in the footsteps of El Salvador. There's a lot of big things happening in the crypto space. We are still very early, in my opinion, but this is the psychology behind it all. And I think that if you guys are dollar cost averaging right now, it is a good thing. There's a long way to go in this cycle, I believe. So as most of you probably heard already, China is cracking down on Bitcoin mining. So I believe this is due to energy efficiency problems, as well as China is creating their own digital yuan. So they don't want other cryptocurrencies to come in the way. China is very strict with the regulations. They don't even allow people to use normal Facebook or YouTube. They have their own platforms, which brings revenue into their own country. So I think this is very important as to why China is cracking down. Digital currency, I think, is going to be the future, and clearly China is already creating their own. But I do like this CoinDesk article about 3 reasons why China's Bitcoin crackdown isn't that bad. So the first thing it talks about is actually Bitcoin is not banned in China. So they just upped enforcement on speculative crypto trading and mining because they think it will insulate their economy by not allowing these things to happen. And I think it's in direct relation to the digital yuan as well. They want to insulate other cryptocurrencies from getting in the way of their currency they're trying to create. As well as this happening in China improves mining decentralization. So there was a large, I think it was 55 to 60% of Bitcoin mining was mined in China. So this made it kind of centralized since China controlled a lot of the mining and cryptocurrency and Bitcoin market. So now that they can no longer mine Bitcoin, a lot of the hash rate's going to move to other parts of the world, hopefully North America. So a lot of those old mining rigs and stuff like that in China are starting to sell their GPUs online, and a lot of that hash rate will hopefully move to North America. And the last thing they talk about is a greener crypto mining industry. So a lot of the crypto mining that was happening in China was powered by coal energy. So this is very bad for greenhouse gases and stuff like that, which is a big deal nowadays, which Elon Musk, obviously you guys would have heard as well, brought up on Twitter and stuff like that, bashing Bitcoin, saying it was not green enough energy for him to fully back and support. So with this hash rate moving and China no longer being able to mine it, it could be moved to better places of the world where it can be mined by solar and other things, hydro, etc. Just like an example is El Salvador using their volcanoes as geothermal ways to mine Bitcoin. So this is green energy, which is going to be better in the end as well for Bitcoin as a whole. The next thing I wanted to touch on was Binance in Ontario. So right now, Binance is no longer allowed to operate in Ontario, which I am from Saskatchewan. I use Binance. I'm fine right now. But Ontario is one of the biggest provinces in Canada. So this is kind of a big deal. There's just a lot of regulations coming into the crypto space, which is bound to happen. I don't necessarily think this is a bad thing. Regulations will make things a lot more mainstream in the end. But Ontario Security Commission accused the crypto exchange of failing to comply with the province's regulations. So this is why you're no longer allowed to use Binance in Ontario. And like I said, I think this has to do with the market manipulation and a lot of people losing money in the crypto space as well. So regulations are going to start to happen a little bit more often, but this could be a good thing in the long term, which I believe it will be. I will be making videos on the crypto.com and KuCoin exchanges because they are great exchanges as well, and you can use them in Canada. I highly recommend those ones, and I'll go into great detail and make videos on those as well. So this big downturn and dump here that we all experience is kind of been a damper on the crypto space. It has caused a lot of fear. The fear index is very, very high right now. But I do believe that when fear is high is the best time to enter. And when people are greedy, that is the best time to sell. So I continue to dollar cost average and buy these dips here, as you can see. And I do stake my cryptocurrency to earn passive income along the way. I do believe in the long-term vision of cryptocurrency. So I hope you guys enjoyed and learned something from this video. I tried to give a little more information and my perspective on the current crypto space. I hope it helped out a little bit. If it did, a free way to support the channel is by giving it a thumbs up, as well as subscribing and hit the bells to see more content like this. Thank you guys for the support. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.